Dr. Askew will go into further detail in just a moment, but our health department has said that our metrics support us taking this next step in our opening and lifting the mask mandate. This move will put us in line with the state's mask guidelines and current CDC guidance. And this means that masks will still be required on public transportation. They are still required in our schools, childcare, and healthcare settings. And so the mask mandate means that in those public spaces, yes, but I want you to know, again, on public transportation, this is very important, so please don't jump on the bus without your mask on and have our drivers have to say something to you about that. But on transportation, in schools, childcare, and healthcare settings, they still must wear the mask. And let's continue to do what we can to stay safe and to make sure that everyone is safe as well. And I ask you also with the mask to please also remain respectful of our neighbors. Let's do as we've done this whole time. For those who are not comfortable taking off their mask, let's be supportive of each other. You don't know what a person has gone through. And so if there's a person who is uncomfortable removing his or her mask, please, let's remain respectful of everyone. And after the burden of this pandemic has it's placed so much strain on us, reaching this point I know brings a sense of relief. But the best way to finally put the pandemic behind us all is to get vaccinated. So this part of the segment is me telling you that even though we are in a much better posture, you must get vaccinated. And we're going to have to continue to spread that word as well. And so thanks to the hard work of our health department and Office of Emergency Management, the COVID vaccine is easier to get than ever before. And so I want Prince Georgians to be in the ranks of those who are proudly protected. You not only protect yourself, but you do continue to protect those that you love. And so please, if I can ask you, do not put Prince George's County in a posture where our vaccination rates are staggered and they are stagnant and we're behind others. Let's make sure that Prince George's County, just as we have done throughout this pandemic, that we continue to do our job in getting vaccinated. We want to continue to see the numbers of individuals who are vaccinated rising. We don't want it to stagnate. It's so important that we will not be left behind. Our vaccination efforts, I want you to continue to move forward successfully. In fact, today, as of today, 327,348 residents have been fully vaccinated. And we have administered over 707,000 vaccines. And at all of our vaccination sites, you should know, of course, that we are vaccinating individuals who are 12 years old and older. And I want to encourage all unvaccinated people who live or work in Prince George's County to please get vaccinated as soon as possible. We're trying to make this as easy and convenient as possible. So you can just walk into our clinics. You do not need an appointment to do so. It's very easy for you to do. It does not take a long time. And information on clinic hours and locations, as well as a vaccine locator, can be found on our website, which is mypgc.us/COVID vaccine. And so we're going to continue to provide that information for you. And if you prefer to schedule an appointment rather than walk up, you can also do that if that is your preference. And again, that's mypgc.us/COVID vaccine. Our vaccine distribution and education initiative efforts are also gaining steam. And the reason that this is necessary is because we have reached a point where the supply for the vaccine has outpaced the demand. And so we are really doing everything we can from the government standpoint to make sure we're not waiting for you to come to us, we are actually coming to you. And so this vaccination distribution and education initiative has been gaining steam, and I want you to know that if you see canvassers at your door and they're knocking on your door and they're easy to identify, they will have on the vest so that they can be identified, but it's so that you know that if you are unvaccinated, please know that the county executive is looking for you. To urge you, to give you the information, to help you register for your vaccine. And we are doing so, really, we are prepared to make 266,000 plus visits to your home. We're knocking on those doors. We're also making 1.3 million calls and sending out over 500,000 text messages. So let everybody be on the lookout to know the county executive is looking for you if you are yet unvaccinated. And our teams have been met, I have to tell you, with overwhelming gratitude. People have been so kind to them as they've approached those doors. The relief that people feel is that we are coming to Prince Georgians because we believe every Prince Georgian matters. And so if you're not able to come to us, don't have the information you need, we're coming out to you. And so our residents have been thankful that the government is meeting them right where they are, where they live, to extend the hand to them to be vaccinated. So far, our canvassers, and I've met with these canvassers, and I'm going to tell you, you have a good crowd who are coming to your doors. They're pumped up about this. And so far, we've reached 30,000 Prince Georgians, not only with vaccination information, but this is so great. I want you to know that as we approach the doors, we are not only offering information about vaccine, but we are also there to provide resources to help support families who have been economically devastated over this year. So that means we're providing information about rental assistance. We've already shared that with over 2,146 families. We are providing information on that door about temporary unemployment benefits. At the door, we're also providing information about access to food distribution sites. We're talking to you also about access to vaccination sites and appointments. So we're providing more than just vaccine. We're also providing critical resources to families. And so we are only about 50% through our first Canvas Pass. We'll continue this effort through July. And please, everyone, continue. We've heard wonderful stories about how well our canvassers have been treated, but please continue to treat them with kindness as they come to the doors. They are trying to help and to provide critical information. And remember also, for your safety, that they will always have on a bright yellow vest and identification badge to show that they are a part of our county vaccine outreach team. So that's for you to know that as those persons approach, if they are not wearing the yellow vest and they don't have that identification, they are not a part of the vaccination team. Now, rental assistance, I want to remind everyone that we have relaunched our emergency rental assistance program. We have millions of dollars still available in funding, and more is coming down the pipeline thanks to the American Rescue Plan. Our tenants are encouraged to reach out to their landlord to apply for funding on their behalf, and all approved applications will have funding sent directly to the landlord to pay back rent on behalf of the tenant. And so if someone's landlord does not apply on their behalf, tenants can also complete an application on their own. The Department of Housing and Community Development has partnered with a number of nonprofit community organizations to assist landlords and tenants with completing and submitting the applications. And all the information you need is available on the Department of Housing's website at hcd.mypgc.us, hcd.mypgc.us.